reactive move, any kind of reaction. Oh, just a poor. Oh, yes, yes. See, look, oh, crap. Hello, everyone. Gomez here for LAN Up channel again with more card reveals because of obviously the seasonal tournaments, which were amazing. There were some amazing games that happened there. Obviously, congratulations to all the winners. They were revealing cards throughout, so I just was like, I'll wait until the morning because obviously, like, the cards actually went. I think it was like something like 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. for me or something like that. So anyway, I waited until I woke up. Boom, let's get in. I've seen some of them, but I've not actually seen. I know who the champ is, but I don't know what they do, and also I've not seen all of the cards. So let's get into this. Okay, so I've heard that the champion is called like LeBlanc or something like that. It made me immediately think of Matt LeBlanc from Friends. But I don't actually know what they do. So LeBlanc leads from the shadows. Boom. So 3 mana quick attack with quick attack with 5 attack and 2 health. I mean, Draven. Let's bear in mind, Draven also drops at this point in terms of he's a 3 mana, but he's a 3/3 with quick attack. This is a 3 mana quick attack, but with 5 damage. I mean, Draven is going to be looking for the sidelines like. Admittedly, she can be taken down by a Mystic Shot. She can be taken down by Avalanche. There's certain removals that obviously, it's like Draven with that extra little bit of health stat. It's just that little bit harder to kill. But obviously, like it's a lot. And that quick attack keyword, it is like a lot of damage dropping on turn 3. If you like, it forces you. You need to do something about it. As well as the fact that obviously this kind of synergizes with the like Siva, like the shurima one, who basically like the reputation or whatever it is thing. We're attacking forward with 5, which obviously we already know that Noxus has got a lot of things that can attack for 5, like quite early on, like with like a lesser stats on the health, or they can't block, but still can attack forward quite aggressively. So potential synergy going on there. Let's
places to go.
Get into this, but she. Oh, I should point out the fact that she says like I've seen you deal 15 damage. So this is different from Swain, and this is different from Siva. That's kind of an in-between, because I believe that Siva and Swain don't have to see it be done. That damage is a continuous thing, and also Swain's damage is only like non-strike based, whereas Siva's one is like this one, like Siva, LeBlanc is all about just damage, whether it be from spells, skills, or just straight up attacks, which like it can be done very quickly. 15 is not too bad in terms of like being able to get that damage out, because let's face it, her going forward herself, if she does damage or like kills something, she's already doing like 5 of that. She's already doing a third of her level up condition just by attacking forward by herself. So but she has to see it. This is the thing. She has to stay alive. So I'm expecting an interesting level up for the fact that she's got to stay alive for this. Let's see what's going on here. And also, let's just wait for that level up animation, right? That level up animation is going to be key, right?
Surprise.
There we go. Boom. So that on its own is already like 3 away from level up in that one attack. Okay, there's a Shyvana.
Are you certain?
So I'm guessing they're gonna do some trickery. Here's a little lesson. Oh, they got Ranger's Resolve, haven't they, in hand? Or it's not Ranger's Resolve. The wherever it is, the one which is like a plus health and attack. I can't remember what that one's called. It's called, I swear it's like called something Resolve or like. Anyway, it's not important. Bloody Business is a 4 mana fast speed spell, an ally with 5 attack, strikes, and so we're actually seeing, like, I think I saw like a glimpse of this card yesterday. So we're actually seeing a little bit of target removal from Noxus, because obviously, like, we've got Draven's Whirling Death. You could potentially get a further out, but further normally means that you're sacrificing your own unit in order to do it. But obviously, like Draven's Whirling Death. I'm just trying to think, like, obviously they've got like spells like Ravenous Flock and that can get them fast. But in terms of like, basically this is like concerted strike or single combat only. Well, I guess it's more like concerted strike because it's striking and not taking damage. It's not actually taking damage, but it can only be on one unit. But it's good because it is just something which is which could like a nice reaction spell, right? Like during like this kind of combat phase, to boom, just throw this in at fast speed to save a unit's life while also like helping with her level up condition. This would also help with Swain's level up condition as well, because it's strike damage, like in terms of the fact that's coming off of the spell. So actually quite good. Yet again, like I always look at these cards and always think like I can throw Swole Squirrel. I can throw Swole Squirrel in there. The one thing to remember is that it says an ally with 5+ strikes an enemy, so therefore any kind of unit which you are buffing to get to 5 attack, like I said, like a Swole Squirrel, or even the Legionnaire Marauders, which obviously we have seen the card coming out for Legionnaire Marauders in terms of the fact that it summons 2 of them. If they've buffed themselves up, a Hush will boom bring that down, but also anything from Shurima which brings down attack should counter this, because it's basically saying that the ally has it's the same as what's it called, like Reckoning? Is it Reckoning is the 5+, just destroy everything which is under 5. Basically, if you manage to make it so, because like you have to have a 5+ unit in order to cast that. If you then frostbite it or something, then it just fizzles the spell. So that will happen here as well. So that's very important to remember, that it can be countered. So you've got to use this at the right time, because especially if you're against Shurima with their ability to bring things down, and obviously Freljord with their ability to frostbite. But it's just very important to remember this removal can actually be countered, like a not too hard, like to counter. That's my point. That's the point I'm trying to make. But still, a really good actually to see them having that kind of move in terms of that just a reactive move, any kind of reaction. Just a oh yes. See, look, they oh crap. I guess we're gonna be seeing that level up animation again, because I need to, but also because I accidentally pressed the thing. But let's just the stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Now then, so we go into, so she levels up, goes up to obviously like by one stat, so 6, which is 6-3. She still has that quick attack, and each time I see you deal 15 damage, create a mirror image in hand. If you already have one, reduce its cost by 1. So like Zoe, in a manner of speaking, like Zoe's got that whole thing of like she creates a spell, and then if she already has it, then she reduces it by 1 instead. But 15 damage, so which is each time I see you do this, put a and also what's very important to remember is the fact that obviously it doesn't say anything about fleeting, because the fact that, let's face it, it's gonna take you a long time, like I say a long time, it's gonna take you a while in between getting this, right? It's not just gonna be boom immediately 15 damage, I'm getting this, boom 15 damage, you know what I mean? Like there's gonna be, so I can't wait, because I don't actually know what mirror image does. I can presume it's some form of copy, but I don't actually know. I'm looking at the man in the mirror and I'm asking him to change his ways, but I need to know what that spell does. But the quick attack with that stat line is still really good. So yeah, just there we go. Yeah, just doing that so they can go through that trade. Immediate like Shurima comes down, just goes boom. Yeah, no, none of that. Right, so it's okay. Black Rose Spy. So reputation, which obviously has been, they already, like, Noxus has so many 5 attack units in the early game, in the Trifarian, I want to say is what they're called. So many different 5 attack units, as well as obviously LeBlanc herself, that reputation shouldn't be hard to gain, which obviously reputation is striking 4 times with 5 damage, I believe is what it is. When I'm summoned, transform me into an exact copy of the strongest ally that struck this round. That is very important to remember. And the fact that, wait, so into the strongest ally. So technically, this can become copies of champions, right? So I'm guessing we're going to see that right now. But this actually means, so normally you've got to do some really like a crazy shenanigan. Oh my god. Why is the first thing that comes to my mind, why is legitimately the first thing that comes to my mind is using this with Vi? Just hear me out. If you attack forward with Vi, doing that, if she's leveled up, obviously every single strike is doing 5 damage to the enemy Nexus, making another, having two leveled up Vi's if there's not a ruination on the other side of the field from shadows, 2 leveled up Vies is a lot to deal with in terms of if they're on the board at the same time. It's the immediate thing that my mind goes to, but obviously there are other really good synergies with this. But yes, the fact that is the strongest ally, and it just says struck this round, right? It doesn't say attacked. So therefore, there is obviously certain strike spells that you can use. So I'm guessing if you use a single cop, so before you do your attack turn, before you do your attack like a thing, you could use single combat or concerted strike, or even like their new, actually which was their new fast speed spell. You don't have to be attacking to use it. You can use their spell to strike and then make a copy, right? That's what I'm reading from this. It's allies that struck this round. It's not allies that attacked. So therefore, also, isn't there the? I'm just trying to think what other spells do strike. There's loads of spells that do strike, but what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to have committed to your attack before using this, is what my point is trying to make. I've gone about in a really long-winded, bullshitty way. Actually, that other spell with, oh my god, I can see a deck with fire now with this. I mean, I said there's other ways of doing it, but I can see a spell emerge, a deck emerging with Vi, which I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with. But anyway, really good card. Really good card because of how there's so many different synergies that can be done with this. Is what the point I guess I'm trying to make is.
Of a rose blooming in the desert.
I love it. That kind of utility. Oh yes, that does make copies of champions. Oh my god, this is gonna be funny. Oh, like normally we only see that kind of trickery from Shadow Isles, and that is why I actually kind of like the fact that Nox, I'm just trying to see. Okay, right. So Sigil of Malice, reputation I cost 1, and then it is deal 2 damage anyway. So just another spell for Noxus, which just basically means they can go immediately to core. Face is the place, but obviously you can use this to kill a unit on the other side of the field. But face is the place most of the time for that spell, let's face it. Being that, so, which it goes all the way down to that. I believe it costs 4 or something to begin with, but it goes all the way down to 1 if you can do the reputation, which obviously in this kind of deck is not too hard to do, let's be honest. So, but I can't get around the fact that they've got a copy champion spell. Like that is stupidly insane. As well as the fact that that can be used to make more Marauders. If the Marauders are the strongest things that attack forward, just more beardy men. So just another thing is to point out on top of that. Yes. Okay, boom. Mirror image. So this was the one that she creates after doing 15 damage. Mirror image is a 2-mana slow speed. Summon an exact ephemeral copy of an ally with 5+. Yet again, this is a spell which can be countered by frostbites or all the stuff that Shurima's got in terms of taking down attack. But if you can hit this, the ability to make an exact copy, yet again, to make another copy of a champion that's gonna be ephemeral. Like, Noxus has got some insane moves right now. Yeah, so let's go back. Let's go back a moment to what I was saying before. Imagine if you use this on, obviously, LeBlanc has got some really good stats as well, and as well as that quick attack. But imagine using this on top of Vi, and then you've already got a spy who's turned into Vi, and so you have 3 Vi's, leveled up Vi's, attacking forward. So immediately they're already got 10 damage, in terms of their attack, but considering the fact that we are in Noxus, the ability to give them might and overwhelm is already a thing, as well as the fact that whatever they're challenging, or whatever gets blocked, as long as they're striking, which let's bear in mind that I said there's other moves like Whirling Death and things like that you can use that can make Vi strike more times on your attack turn. Every single one of them is punching into your enemy's core, dealing 5 damage. And so with 3 Vi's, that's already 15 damage punching into core, even if they're blocked. And that's not including you putting might and whatnot. So synergies are gonna be a lot of fun, as well as the fact that obviously Legionnaire Marauder. I mean, I've got to shout one out for my big beardy men as well. The ability to make another copy of a big beardy man before going forward into your attack turn is amazing. Just yes,
smoke and mirrors.
Yes. As I said, it can be countered, and it is obviously a 2-mana slow speed, but It's really good. I like the fact that it is. Oh, the animation! The animation for that spell as well. But it's really good that it is kind of counterable, right? In the fact that it means that it's not unfair. Is what my point is trying to be. But yeah, that's an amazing reveal. That is an amazing reveal with so many things that I honestly cannot wait to do. Really good champion as well, but that spell and that unit has just kicked this off. So let's see what the other cards were. So we also have got, yeah, so it's 4 mana first, and then it goes down to 1 mana if you have reputation. Whispered words. So it's a 4 mana burst speed. Draw. Are we actually seeing draw in Noxus? I mean, I know that Noxus has got, what is it, the bookie? Whoever the one is who best discarded a card to draw. We've actually got draw, because Noxus's biggest problem has always been its lack of draw. Like, literally, that's the reason why you always have to pair Noxus with somebody else. Like, it is the biggest downfall of Noxus and Demacia. They've got really strong units and really strong abilities within either of those things. It's just they can't draw for crap. And so the fact that they've given Noxus draw, and not only that, it will cost 2, which it costs 2 if you attack forward with widget like a 4 times with 5 damage, which has already been stated. It's not hard to do with Noxus. It's really not hard to do. So there we go. Pot of Greed comes to Noxus, as I'm guessing that everyone's going to say. So Pot of Greed coming to Noxus is actually really good. Really good. And I honestly cannot wait to use this in, because it's the one thing that Noxus has always lacked, is the ability to draw. And so the fact that they've given Noxus draw, that is actually big. Like, I don't think that people realize how big that is, because how powerful Noxus could be with draw. So honestly, yes, Whispered Words, probably the best card that we've seen for Noxus. I mean, there's obviously we've seen like some really good cards here, but still, that's a really good card for Noxus. Okay, with the next card, Mimic is a 3 mana burst speed, but it will cost 1 on reputation. Which it pick a spell in play or in the hand and create a fleeting so pick a spell in play or in hand and create a fleeting copy of it. So whatever one that you are choosing, bear in mind when this goes down to 1, this is going to be far more powerful on 1 mana, because obviously the copy that it's making is fleeting. So therefore, if it costs 3, you've already got to subtract, like, you need to subtract that from the ability of being able to use it, the mana pool that you've got. But when this costs 1, it's a lot more easy to go, okay, I'll take that spell, because then I can immediately, like, you know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. You need to be careful what spell you're picking to make sure you can still cast it, because it's only going to be fleeting. In play, so I'm assuming this means on the stack, right? So this means that you can either like, I might be wrong here, but from this, the way I read this, it's either a spell that's in hand, or it is a spell which is on the stack. So even spells that your opponent has played which are on the stack, you should be able to pick. So basically, it's like Ionia plays Deny. Deny's on the stack. So can I choose Deny because it's in play, and then boom, deny the Deny. That's how I read that, is that can be done like that. And if that is, that's actually a really funny utility spell for Noxus. The ability to be able to grab something that is being used as counterplay against you and use it as counterplay against them. That is no, the Uno reverse card. No, you instead. So actually a really good spell for Noxus, as well as the fact that obviously you can partner it with spells that you've got, for example, Mirror Image, as we've already seen, to be able to create more copies of things that you want to be copying. So it is also that kind of thing whereby you could, if Mirror Image is in your hand, just make a copy of it to make more copies, or if you want to make more copies of the Legion Emeralda, take a copy of that one that's in hand, play that, and then next turn play the actual Legion Emeralda strengthening numbers. Just the beardy man. So actually a really, really good spell, and yeah, I can see that the utility of that is actually amazing. We've already seen Bloody Business, Fawn of the Rose, which is, we have not seen, it's a 3 mana 5/1. Admittedly, there's a lot of things in there that are going to be hitting. That's obviously, it's the same mana as LeBlanc. It's like a lot of it. I'm just wondering whether or not this makes it in the deck because of the fact that it's 3 mana and there's a lot of 3 mana things. I mean, I guess if you're running a tri-beaming properly deck, this is just loving it, right? That's another thing to say for LeBlanc is that she is a 3 mana card. So therefore, the ability of being able to use it with tri-beam is going to be quite funny. But obviously, which it Fall of the Rose, it will be when summoned, create, which I believe is the stun spell, right? The 1 mana stun spell in hand. Bearing in mind that obviously, just like a lot of the cards in Noxus that have got that early game 5 stat that's going to help go for the level up as well as help with reputation, the fact that it has got only that 1 health stat, and there's so many things that can kill that 1 health stat, but obviously that stun, getting that stun, so you've got an aggressive unit on the board that has to be dealt with, as well as that you get that stun, you could pair that with what's his face, Ravenous Flock, and that's doing a lot of damage. So actually it's kind of like you're doing that, putting a unit on the board which is forcing your opponent to have to deal with it because it's got such a big attack stat, but then boom, you're also stunning something, and if you've got that Ravenous Flock in hand, boom, just removing something from your opponent's side of the field. So actually, it's got potential. I don't know whether or not it gets run, because I don't know whether or not there's going to be too many things vying for that free cost slot, but actually, really good card in terms of the fact that at least there is still synergy within its own region, is what I'm trying to say, is the fact that that could be used with Swain. Because I mean, wouldn't you just be using the Arachnoid Sentry at that point? Because at least it's got that additional stat. But I mean, if you're running a deck which is more for reputation, I guess you would run this over Arachnoid Sentry, because even though Arachnoid Sentry has got a better health stat, this one's got a better attack stat that's working towards reputation, right? So I mean, it's kind of, you got to think about it like this. Is it like which one's better for which one? But honestly, some really great cards today. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below, as well as the fact that obviously shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. If you didn't know already, I stream on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So you want to come catch the action live, because let's face it, the second that Wednesday evening hits, I should be hopefully just getting all these cards and just trying to make stupid stuff out of them. So if you want to come catch that live, please feel free to. As well as the fact there is the Discord link down below if you want to join the Discord and talk about all these crazy new cards, all these fun new concepts that can be made through this. Please feel free to go on that, as well as the fact that there is a games night and a movie night that happens in that Discord. But honestly, thank you all so much for the support. Like literally, I have an end of year goal of hitting 5,000 followers on followers and subscribers on YouTube and Twitch, and I'm already nearly halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer on YouTube, and yeah, we're doing okay on Twitch as well. Not as good, but like a YouTube, I definitely think is gonna make it. But we can do this. I believe we can make those end of year goals. But honestly, just thank you all so much for the support. I hope that you have a great evening or day. And until next time, bye!
From flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.